Nice to finally meet you.
How do you do?
Please have a seat. How was your trip?
Oh, very good.
When did you get in?
Oh, about, it was this morning, so 6 hours.
Great, great, great. Long flight, though, obviously, from Tokyo.
Oh, yes, oh, yes. Takes about 14 hours to get here.
Well, I've been talking to Roger, who I know you've been working with very closely on this deal for a while now. And I'm here actually just to kind of wrap things up with you. So if everything is okay, we'd love to actually execute the contract.
How is Roger doing?
He is great, and from what I understand from talking to him, that everything has gone really well with you and him. Now you guys have been talking.
You know, he's a great golfer.
He's a great guy, too. He really is. He's a very valuable employee of the company.
You ever play with him? You
Golf?
play golf with him?
No, I've never played golf with him. No.
How's
sorry.
your golf game?
Mine's pretty good. Not
What
as
kind
avid
of score
play-
do you shoot?
Well, I don't really usually keep score when I play. I'm more of not an avid golfer. I just kind of wing
You
it.
don't keep score?
No, I'm usually really too busy doing other things. I play tennis, golf. I'm just more of a spectator of golf. But I know Roger's a great player, and I know you guys enjoyed a couple of nice rounds.
Roger really like sushi.
Yeah, Roger.
No,
Again, I know from Roger from his reports.
He
in
loves
fact, I have
sea
the file
cucumber.
here. What is that again?
Sea cucumber.
Sea
Yes.
cucumber.
Oh,
Well,
he loves
sounds like an exotic dish.
Never had it before?
No, I haven't.
Really?
Yeah, more of a tuna and salmon sushi eater.
Never had sea cucumber before. Huh?
No, I haven't.
How about freshwater eel?
Freshwater eel. Ooh, no, that's a little
You like
far
salt?
from my taste.
You
Yeah, I
like
love salty
water,
food.
saltwater eel better?
No, I kind of like avoid the whole eel thing as it is.
You do?
But listen, I
You don't like
apologize.
eels,
We're
do you?
really, we're really busy here right now.
Yeah,
As you know, I don't know if Roger's explained. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You don't like eels?
I like them to. No, I don't like eels.
Oh.
Anyways, I was talking to Roger, and from what I understand, that we're very excited about the Popware
May I
account.
ask what happened to Roger?
Roger is still with the company.
He is?
Absolutely. What we're having with an internal
What is
reorganization.
he doing?
He's working on other accounts in other areas of the company. We thought we had to change things around, kind of
Do you
make
know
things more
why?
efficient. Yeah, absolutely. We decided that I would be better suited on these foreign accounts, and he would be better suited doing more of the national stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But again, we're really busy. Unfortunately, we've just had this changeover in the format, so
I
if
see.
we
I
can
understand. I
just
understand.
execute this, I'll be happy to talk about any of this stuff, just maybe at another time. So, but right now
Maybe,
we're here to execute the
Maybe
contract.
this afternoon?
This afternoon is also really busy. This is kind of a tough week. How long are you in town for?
Only a few days.
A few days. Do you planning on coming back anytime soon? I certainly would love to get to know you on a nice level. Unfortunately, I'm very busy right now, and Roger really had had the opportunity to spend some quality time with you, and I would like to do that as well and treat this account as important as we really all view it. We're very excited about working with Popware, and if we could just get the ball rolling here, just execute this contract, just sign right at the bottom, right there.
Please forgive me, but I don't feel that we're quite ready to sign a
Oh,
contract
okay. No,
yet.
what's the problem? Just tell me.
No, there's no problem.
Okay. So then, why are you being hesitant about signing the contract, which has
I'm
already
not,
been
no.
negotiated?
I'm not hesitant.
Well, you're not signing the contract.
Well,
I don't mean to be like confrontational about this. This is just, from what I understand, this was just the last part of the deal, which was going to be you come in here and sign the contract, and we get the ball rolling, and we'll start shipping products next week.
Excuse me, Michael.
Yes, Elizabeth.
Your next appointment is here. Should I,
Just hang out 2 more minutes. We'll be right. I'll be right with them. You know what I'm thinking? Maybe we can reschedule a meeting with Roger. He's still with the company. Would that be something that would work with you?
sure.
My next appointment is here. I apologize again for this brief meeting. I wish we had more time this time, but we certainly, next time I will allocate enough time that we can really get to know each other and we can talk about popwear and Mustang jeans and really get the ball rolling. Does that sound good? Okay, well, thank you again for your time. I thought my own performance in this was pretty lame. I didn't expect to be confronted with these questions, and I think my reactions were poor. I didn't really know how to act with his behavior, which, by the way, I might add as well, wasn't very professional either. He wouldn't even talk about the contract and what the whole point was. He really didn't give me a chance from second one. I think he came in here with the intent of not doing a deal. I think he wanted to see where Roger was and why the guy he's been working on, a guy who visited him in Tokyo and he visited here in New York, was not here. He felt devalued in that somehow he was less important. I was under a time constraint, obviously, so I felt pressured not to go off the subject, which obviously backfired. Knowing what we know about the Japanese market and Japanese business practices, you don't rush the relationship, and it's all about the relationship. I think in order to fix the situation, basically do some damage control, is to get Roger in here ASAP and say, help, let's try to salvage this deal before, which I've already just killed. Nurio, nice to see you again. Hope you had a good week here in New York.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Good,
Had
good.
a very good week.
Listen, the first thing I want to say is I want to just apologize for last week's meeting. I wasn't prepared.
Please.
The company, no, let's just hear me out. The company wasn't, what we did with switching from Roger to me wasn't fair to you. I want you to assure you that working with us going forward would be much more a smoother transition. And again, I apologize. And also want to add that Roger really meant to be here today. In fact, I called him right after the meeting, had every intent of being here. Fortunately, he got pulled away at the last minute. He sends his regrets. If you want, we can reschedule again for a time he can be here. But with your permission, we can move forward, me and you right now.
Thank you.
Great, great, great. We'd love for you to be representing our line of Mustang jeans in the Japanese market. And we're really looking forward to a great and long relationship with you. That being said, I think we can safely go over the terms that you and Roger worked out last time. Is this what you guys agreed upon? The amount of units per price and the total estimate of $95,760, is that correct?
Your price is very good.
Thank you, thank you. We do pride ourselves on having a quality product at a reasonable price. That's why we've been around for this long.
Product is good and the price is slightly better than most of them.
Sounds like a win-win situation.
You know, I've been meeting with some other companies
Okay.
in the past week.
Mm-hmm. These are other jean companies?
And, in the meantime, we can still keep the good relationship going between you and us.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'd like that, but I'm a little confused as to what you're trying to say here. You know, American, you got to kind of come out and tell me what you're talking about here.
I'm talking about that I've met some of the people, and we talked.
Okay, that's great. You were here in New York. I didn't expect to be the only meeting you had while you were here, obviously. We're only one aspect. We are the denim market for you, and I know your stores carry a wide variety of products. What do we got to do to make this deal go forward today? Because I will add one thing. After today, this offer no longer applies.
Oh.
How does that make you feel?
I see. I understand.
You understand?
I understand, yes.
Okay. So does that mean that you want to go forward today? So my concern also is that we're having a little of a communication gap here. Are you understanding?
No, I don't think we have any communication problem on anything.
Great.
Oh, yes, well, I'm sure that we'll have a very, very good relationship in the future.
In the future. What do you
Yes.
mean by in the future?
In the future means from now on.
From now on, great.
Yes.
So in other words, we'll be starting this relationship soon because we're really excited about this. We have promotions planned. We have trips to plan to Japan to help you
yes,
market with
that's
this.
right. You told me that you're coming to Japan.
Yes, yes, and
Great.
you're gonna take me to dinner. Or actually, I'll
Yes.
take you to dinner,
Sure.
but to your
whatever.
favorite restaurant. You pick it.
That would be great.
Excellent, excellent.
Wonderful.
So what about you sign the contract today?
Well, unfortunately, that my plane leaves this afternoon in a few hours,
Okay.
and I have to start heading to the airport.
Well, that's no problem.
I'm sure we'll have a very, very good business in the future, and we'll play golf together in Tokyo, and we can have great food together.
Well, absolutely,
And
absolutely.
we'll have a wonderful time together.
I'm sure we will have a great time. But getting back to the contract, just for just for 1 second, we'd love you to sign the contract today. Would that be? Is that possible in any way?
I really don't have much time
Okay.
today.
Okay.
and,
Let me ask you just one quick question. You see the unit price, which was negotiated by you and Roger, of $38 per pair,
Yes.
per unit, which again I think is an amazing price. But if we could do better, would that change your decision right here, right now?
Oh, thank you. That sounds wonderful.
Great, great.
Let's discuss that in Tokyo. And again,
Uh-huh.
I'll take you to a wonderful restaurant there.
Again, I
Yes.
love to eat. I love to try new things, and I'm looking forward to that. But again, the
Well,
way
I
things
really
are
have
working
to
now.
go now, and thank you so much. It's such a pleasure seeing you again, Mr.
Sokolov.
Sokolov.
Yes,
Yes,
Sokolov.
Sokolov, of course.
A pleasure. Have a
Thank you.
great trip back. Nice meeting you,
Very
Norio. I guess I felt that Norio was not going to close this deal. I think I really finally sunk in was when I lowered the price, and he still talked about dinner in Tokyo. The reason why I kept him here the whole time was, you don't want to be too confrontational and say, well, why did you come back? Why are you still sitting here? But yet, he did come back to my office, and he was sitting in my space, and I wanted him to know. I thought, obviously, he had an intent to really make this deal, and not just being polite. Whether his ultimate intent was to make a deal, I don't know. I still don't know. I wasn't quite sure if it was a communication or cultural difference. There was a lot he wasn't saying, and I don't know if I was being dense and couldn't exactly see what he was trying to say to me, but I certainly tried to pick it up. I think if I finally made it to Tokyo and had that dinner with Norio, I wouldn't even talk about business. I would talk about golf. I'd brush up on my golf first, of course. I would let him come to me on his own time, when he was ready to speak about it. Maybe I was rushing it. The flip side is, of course, there's only 24 hours in a day, and maybe this guy isn't for real. Maybe there really is no deal here, and he just likes to talk about golf and eel. So you have to kind of keep that in your mind as well and say, wow, cut my losses after a while.